My name is J.D. Orndorff, and I'm the Assistant Chief of Support Services for the Winchester Fire and Rescue Department. And I have the distinct honor to be the Master of Ceremonies today. Please stand if you can, and welcome the graduating class. Recruit Class 2022, please enter. We need to remember what our great nation was founded on, and those that died protecting it. We will now observe a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance We will now be led in our invocation by Pastor Dan Hess.
Most gracious Lord, we thank you for the class of 2022. We thank you, Lord God, for their service and their work and the opportunity that we have to gather to celebrate their outstanding work and their very commitment and sacrifice to our community. We ask, Lord, that you will give great grace, blessing, and peace. We thank you for all the instructors and the leadership that's here. We ask continued blessing even in this hour. In your most gracious name.
You may all be seated. Interim Fire Chief Patton Paul will now recognize special guests.
Thank you, Chief. Welcome, everybody. It's a pleasure to see all the faces here and able to celebrate with us. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But I'd like to acknowledge some of the folks from the city government that are here to celebrate with all the families and firefighters. We have our Mayor, David Smith, is over here. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Smith. Our City Manager, Dan Hoffman. Councilor Herbstreit. Councilor Bell. We have our Human Resource Director. Is Paula making it yet? Right there, she's in the back. One of the ones. And how about Chief Kinziger? Has he made it as well? Scott? Scott, are you here hiding somewhere? Hasn't made it yet. Okay, we'll probably slip in here shortly. So with that, I'd like to invite the mayor to try to share a few comments.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I want to welcome everyone here for this very special day. And I'm excited to see all the new recruits, which are about to be bona fide firefighters. And this is a great day in Winchester because this has to be probably one of the biggest classes in the last few years, and I'm very proud of that. And we didn't get a chance to do it last year. We didn't get a chance to do a lot of things last year, but the year before, it made me proud to just welcome people on board. And with that, when you guys are sworn in, I want you to do your best for the city. They count on you, and they look for guidance from you. And with that, do we do the swearing in now, or do a few more words? All right. Thank you.
City Manager Dan Hoffman will now address the audience in the recruit class.
Thank you. As the mayor said, welcome families. You're joining Winchester Fire and Rescue at a very interesting time. It's a time when fire and rescue all over the country is changing. It's a time when this department is changing. As the mayor said, this is a large class for us. It's a large, diverse class. I love seeing that we have 3 female firefighters in this crew. last night, the city council took another step toward adding 3 more in next year's budget. And if the federal government blesses us, we'll have 7 additional next year. It's 10 new fire positions, not just replacing the existing positions we have. So it's a growing dynamic department, and I know you're going to make all of us proud. On top of those changes, you also have a new fire chief. John Mitchell, just yesterday was announced as your new chief. So you're really starting at an exciting time for Winchester Fire and Rescue. And as you've proven yourself over the last several months during your training, as you're going to continue to prove yourself during your probationary period, and as you continue to prove yourself throughout your career here with Winchester Fire and Rescue, and I hope you do spend your entire career with us, you'll continue to not only, I'm sure, live up to the standards of Winchester Fire and Rescue, but you're also going to make us all proud. Continue to do the basics right every time. Listen to your battalion chiefs, listen to your lieutenants, listen to your chief, and I'm sure you're going to have a long, very fulfilling career. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Interim Fire Chief Adam Paul will now share a few words. To you, Chief.
Well, good afternoon once again. I'm super proud to be here and honored to be here on this incredibly important day for you all and your families. It's a special day for both of us for 2 reasons, primarily because your first day as fire and rescue graduates, but it's also I've been with the city for just shy of a year, and you're the second recruit class that I've had the opportunity to welcome as a fire chief. I was an assistant chief before I came here to help out. And this will probably be my final graduation as a fire chief because we selected Chief Mitchell yesterday. And as the city manager was saying, you all in the last class brings 18 new people to our department, and that's incredible for our organization. You bring a lot of new ideas, new talent, and we're tickled to death to have you in our organization. And I don't want the importance of this day to be diminished by any safety restrictions that have been placed on us. We're fortunate enough to be able to allow some family members to come here today. There's lots and lots more people who would like to be here, and I think we're trying to broadcast this so that folks in the stations who would like to be here and the other crews and your family members are able to see. So we're all here to support you and congratulate you on this special day. And I want to say that certainly their absence is not diminish the importance of what you do today or tomorrow or in the many tomorrows that follow. Because today really is just another beginning, as Mr. Hoffman was saying. If you're as fortunate as I have been, you will have several thousands of tomorrows in which you're going to have a lot of gratification, satisfaction for serving the community. You wouldn't be here unless that's what you were intending to do, is serve the community. Now, I'm sure you all are well aware of our vision, issues, mission, values, goals, and motto. We talked about that, I believe, early on in your recruit class. I'm sure you don't have all that memorized. But as a part of those guiding principles is our leadership philosophy here at Winchester. I don't know if we've talked about that at all. So I just want to take just a brief moment to cover a couple things in regards to our leadership philosophy. That philosophy is that our focus is to empower our members to grow rather than be content. Personnel are expected to be the very best in their profession, accountable at all levels, and to make efficient decisions that best benefit the community and the department. Now, what does that mean? And I'm just going to take a few more minutes to talk about that, what it means to grow. Your learning has just begun. I was chatting with a couple of the counselors just before we started today that you've made it through recruit school. You all have done a spectacular job. In fact, this class, and I might be stealing some of the lieutenants' information. I know everybody here passed all their tests in the first go around for EMT, firefighter 1, firefighter 2. That's very, very good. That doesn't always happen that way. But that's just because there's a lot more learning. You're going to learn as soon as you start on the rigs tomorrow that will take place. So you have to be prepared to meet the challenges of the future. So one of the things, a couple things you're going to be faced with is the re-identification of how we provide services. I've chatted with, the city manager about this, with Chief Hendrill, with Chief Warner. You know, a lot of times people say fire and rescue is 200 years of tradition unimpeded by progress. And, you know, we're not gonna accept that. There are many, many different ways that we can provide new and unique ways to provide service to an ever-changing community. So I'm totally good with tradition. You know, a lot of our symbols and things like that need to stay the same, but there's many things that you will be asked to do and asked to help us develop new ways of helping the community. You'll be faced with helping to redefine the culture of our profession. There's a lot of changes that are taking place. You know, we've been providing fire and rescue service here in Winchester for hundreds and hundreds of years. And some things are absolutely great and good. And some things we may need to take another look at. And that's culture. That's not easy to change. But one of the cool things about this department is it's not so big that you can't, you know, one of the things that I saw as a fire chief when I came here, every day I could visit every station and say hi to every firefighter. And in the course of 3 days, the ABC shift, I could see every firefighter in every department. I could not say that where I came from. We had hundreds and hundreds of firefighters, dozens of fire stations, and you just couldn't get around and meet everybody like that. So that is the value of one of the values of our department that we have right here. There's going to be a ton of data for you to use. There is a emphasis on your health and wellness and the new threats, how we take care of our gear, how we take care of ourselves. You have a tremendous obligation to your family, to yourself, to your team members to stay healthy, to encourage them to do so, and always look for ways to improve and capitalize on that. There will be opportunities for partnerships. There's a lot of other people in our community and our neighboring departments that we can ask, they'll support us and they can support us in providing services. All we got to do is figure out where they are and how to reach that. There will be sustainability challenges. As we talked about with the councilors and the mayor and the city manager last night in the presentation, we're talking about money. We're not cheap. They're challenged with figuring out what the best solutions are to provide service to the community. We have to encourage our people to stay here, create an environment for them to stay here, and make sure that our service that we provide is sustainable. A couple of other things, technology advancements, there's all kinds of new stuff coming out every day that we have to evaluate and see if it's worth our investment. So, and the last thing I'll just mention as we grow that you have to be involved with is the inclusiveness within our community. You have to be a part of our community. You're not just here for a job. I know that, you know, that don't ever let that become the way. That's not the way we're people. You are part of our community. You need to be reaching out as we look for recruitment, try to invite other people in to be part of our organization. There's many other items that we need to explore as we continue to grow in service delivery. And as I mentioned, the City Council is undergoing a refinement of our strategic plan to help further define community expectations, what they expect out of us as a department. And I'm really excited to still be a part of that as we work on that in the next few weeks and months. As I said, we face the challenges of change within our great department. I challenge you with one of the guiding principles that I try to live by. And that is, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So there's always something you can do to be better or to help your other team member to be better. Because if you're not doing that, then you're not doing the best that you can do for the community. So I'm well aware of the hard work and effort that you take to get undertaken to get here. So don't ever stop growing, thinking, asking, and solving problems. So I know I was restricted to just a few words, but I would be remiss if I didn't do tell a story. Yes, indeed. So I do have a quick story, because we're not serving dinner here tonight, so it won't be too long. But has everybody here had the opportunity to at least see or get on a merry-go-round? Does everybody know what a merry-go-round is? I know there's some young folks, I don't think there's one guy in the corner here. Merry-go-round. So you're riding the horse going around in a circle. And back in the days, you could hang off of the merry-go-round. They had a trough there. Anybody know what's in the trough? Feel free to speak up. In this slot, you could reach out out with your finger and try to catch a ring. And as you go around, you might catch one, you might miss it. And there would be silver rings and there would be brass rings. And if you've got a brass ring, does anybody know what it means? You got a free ride. You know, you had to pull the rings back and you got a free ring, free ride. So what I want to tell you all is that this profession, I want to live by. If you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life. And I feel as though I personally got the brass ring a long time ago. So I want you guys to have a brass ring on my behalf to remind you of having the best job and the best profession that you could ever imagine. So if you're ever thinking about, why am I doing this? Or what am I getting out of it? Pull out that brass ring and think about what I told you. So in closing, I also want to thank the instructors for their time and attention. Many of them are sitting there in the back. There's a lot of people in our organization and our neighboring organizations that help us out to do all the training. And you guys know who those are. They've helped you ensure your safety and success to get here today. I want to thank you for your hard work and dedication. And I want to thank the families for tolerating the long hours, the frustration with aching muscles, and hopefully many good short stories that they brought home to share with you. And I guarantee you, that's just the beginning of the real good stories that are yet to come. We quite a diverse amount of calls. As the city manager was saying, we yesterday promoted or selected Chief Mitchell as the next fire chief. I enjoyed working with him and with all the members of the Winchester Fire and Rescue Team, and know I leave this organization in very good hands. My door is always open to all of you. So I wish you all a long, productive, and safe career, and congratulate you on your team. Thank you very much.